I use this one. I just use what I first had in mind. That's trouwens the back of this one. Do you hear me saying again a Dutch word in between? Oh my god. So now I will mix every words. English, Dutch words in between. It can't go any crazier. Alright, so as you can see, I chose this one. So, see, so it looks like a frame. And if I chose a complete same one till the top, then the magic of the frame, the magic. I call it the magic. The magic is gone. So now I only have to decide which one I like for the top. And I can use anything. Well, this not, because it's the same one here. The back I can't use. Could be. No. Oh, this one is maybe nice. See, that could do it. This one is too short, so I can't use it. Oh, the postman. Okay, he dropped it. Still not happy with that, but he not even give me the chance to come to the door. Can you imagine that? I really have struggles with this man. It's a new postman and I really, I'm frustrated with that. I called many times the post office that I don't like his delivery methods, but what can I do? You have to deal with it. But so now, don't get me wrong. I absolutely have respect for postmen. I absolutely am, because they not get paid that much, and I know they have a time. They really have to deliver as much as possible in a day. But what if, just what if I am now not at home? I have a doctor's appointment and I am for the next 3 hours not at home. That can be possible. Maybe I was working not at home. And then I maybe am at home in the next 3-4 hours or so. Then I will see now that there is a plastic package on the floor in my garden and a box. What if in the next 15 minutes, because it's really cloudy weather today, so what if it's going to rain so hard? That can happen here in Holland, that can happen everywhere. Then that box will be soaking wet. So, and as you can see, really when I was hearing the bell, I was really pointing out my camera and I was getting up to get outside, but he did not even give me the chance. Okay. It's just ridiculous, guys. It's ridiculous. What's going on with this? I think that's everywhere going on. Which one do we like? Do we like this one? I really like the beige. I think this is too busy. I go for the beige one. So I'm gonna add this on top and I'm gonna grab my packages before it even gets wet. Okay, let's see. Of course, this is a nice, what was I telling you? Yeah, I wanna start with these and with some of the, this one is a nice one, blue and a pink one. So grab your leftover pieces. For example, this one fits nice. Alright. First thing that I like to do is to keep this, to cut the papers in the correct size as this one. So that is the first thing. I need a place. Alright, so now it's the correct size. I also think that I just can cut this in two. Alright, so just grab this piece and put this on. Yeah, and I think we're just gonna cut this first in the correct size so you have a nice white edge. Okay, so let's the edges. Here we go, put that on, a nice edge. Okay, we're gonna do the same with this one. So just see where it all ends. Go. Okay, that's a nice start right here. These we don't need. Let's check our these little guys I might use already. See, I thought, yeah, that is what I was looking for. See, that fits nice. Marvelous. Don't know if I have another one, but go. Let's see, do I have another one or not? No, I think the rest I already used, but this one we can use. Go. Yes, okay, and then we are going to, well, I am going to use this. Now you have a nice topper for a nice tag. You can just add this on a piece of paper. Looks nice, but now it looks a little bit nicer. And with what? With leftover pieces. With leftover pieces. I'm not gonna make them any larger, so this is enough for me. Here we go. There we go, guys. It can be that simple. Just like that. And I am just going to take these in front of here. That looks cool. And then you still have your big pocket. You still can have your large tags, your large photos. You can just put these in behind. I think I'm definitely going to make a nice large one. See, it still have place for your pictures to put this behind. You don't need even to put these in front, but I like it. Alright, so that is done. Yeah, I absolutely like it. What do you think? Need to remove these, but what do you think? Like it? Oh, I love it. It's so cool. Yeah, when this is ready in the album, then we will have this one. Yes! Oh my gosh, I love it. And you can flip this open. Yeah. Okay, it was a lot of work, but I hope it was worth it. Alright, I will see you next time, guys. Bye bye. And still to me to make these little guys. So I'm just gonna open this up. And I am gonna make these ready. I also like these two on some white. And then, oh yeah, and this we still need to do, but that's okay with the larger pieces. And I do have now, so let's do that first. Okay, so we still have plenty to do, guys. Yay! welcome back. Before I continue with the back of this one, I just like to show you real quick what I did with the tags in here I created yesterday. So leftover pieces, guys, just leftover pieces. I always like to use the tags with leftover pieces. Why cut a full page? Alright, so with this one, yep, same thing. I use those pieces that we did the cutouts with. So that is for these little guys right here. And then this piece, leftover piece, everything is a leftover piece. And then I decided to add this beautiful frame on. So it's a nice big booklet. So you can add whatever you want inside. And then this guy, oh, I love it. So this is from one sheet, guys. So I just cut out this full sheet, and I did looked which I want to use, the blue dot or the stripe, and I think the blue, this fits marvelous. So I chose to cut the part where this stripe is, and then I cut out the stripe. Yeah, it's all from one sheet, guys. So you only have to cut one piece, and then just look at the back and cut out these two guys, and then you will have this tag. It can't be that difficult. And then from this tag, it's the other piece, as you can see, the blue dots, and this stripe. Yeah, and this is also leftover. And here are the little corners that if you have a picture, then as you can see, you still can tuck your picture behind it, because I only glue down the edges. See? So it's still nicely usable. So I'm not decorated anything, because I think it looks beautiful on its own. So yeah, that is for all the pockets. Oh yeah, and then this piece, this was also not decorated. I used, of course, the leftover pieces and one tag to just give it a little bit more dimension than only design paper. But I can say it every time, if you want to add pictures, if you have pictures, add your pictures in, and if you have blank spots, you can fill it up with design paper. Perfect. But I don't like to show you empty spots in the walkthrough, so I am going to use my design paper. Alright, so that's done. This page is totally done. This is also filled with all the tags and everything. Oh yeah, these two I created yesterday with the last papers of the second set. But you still can add nice big pictures in here. But like I said, I always like to add something inside already. Yep, I think it's cool. And now we go to the back. Yay. What shall we do on the back? I'm gonna try to make it as flat as possible, because this is already a nice thick page on its own. So let's keep it down. I do my best. Okay guys, so I like to make first a belly band that is 3 inch wide, so we still can make a nice little pocket on. Do we have a leftover pieces? No, I don't think. Oh, maybe this one. Yep, this can do. This will do. Perfect. Always check your leftover pieces, guys. Always. Alright, let's make yeah, let's make a, no, we don't need. We first make the belly band, and then on top we're gonna make the pocket. Yep, that is what we need. Okay, so 3 inch it is. Let's see how much we have. Yeah, we have plenty. So I do like to have it a little, maybe we can just make a mark let's just place it in the middle and make a mark at the end. Okay, now we can make a fold line, but I want to have a little space underneath, so I think, yeah, I think a 1/8 will do. Normally we would not do that, but a 1/8 I will. Alright, so score at your mark and then a 1/8 extra on your other side, of course, your outer side. Okay. And then on here, let's fold the first fold line. We can fold the other one after we are done. Alright, so that is done. Now we're going to make a pocket. Can we do that with this one? No, I think it's too low. Do we have another leftover piece? No, it needs to be long enough for the hinges. This would be, well, I think I'm just going to do this. Let's give it a go. So 1/2 inch. Put that on your left. Make a mark. And score and cut. Okay, and now let's see how much do I have left. Yeah, that's a small 1/2 inch. That'll do. Here we go. Okay, place tape on. And of course we are gonna make a nice notch. Shall we make the the butt? Call it the butt. Did not do it just yet. Definitely want to do it using the butt. It looks like a butt, guys. Really, it does. It just does. You can't deny it. But I think if you have your design paper on it, then it looks fabulous. So before we're gonna add this on, we're first gonna make the butt. Let's see. Our homemade templates. I'm going to use the butt. And we made these with the 3-in-1 punch. Yeah, corner punch. Oh, guys, I'm still so proud of it. Okay, let's see. Oh, we do need to make a notch, of course, not a... Alright, so let's see where the middle is. Just gonna eyeball it a little bit. I think this looks pretty. Here we go. Oh, that does not matter. Yes. Just want to see the lines nicely. Yeah. Yep. I really like the shape. Why do I think? I don't need to think that crazy. Alright, now first choose your design paper. Okay, so for me, this is the only thing that I have left so far. Oh, this would fit. Would fit. Definitely would fit. And this one as well. But I was just telling you that this is my last pieces that I had left from my first 2 sets. So, yep, and we have made 3 pages with that. Not that bad. Alright, let's grab a new set. let's just see what we want. I always like to change a little bit for the papers. So let's see, I used this one, a little bit of blue dot and the pink dot. Yeah, and this is all kind of papers, but I definitely don't want to use this then. So let's see what paper we're going to use. Let me get into the papers. Okay guys, so my pocket is ready. Love it. Alright, put it on our belly band. Here we go. Then I already have my background, and as you can see, yep, I did use the two leftover pieces that I showed you earlier. Okay guys, come on. I showed you earlier. Yeah, you know me, I just love using first what I have, guys. It's an obsession, I know. Here we go. Oh, is that cute? Is this cute? You ever say that this isn't cute? Need new glasses. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Yeah, cool. Alright, where is our page? Here is our page. This goes in here. Yeah, and I did make a mark right here, so I know a little bit where the middle is. This is kinda the middle. We always can check that. So I have a small 3.5 left. A small 3.5 I have left. Now first I'm gonna put this one on the white, nicely on the edge. Go. And then we're gonna peel off the other one. Now we made that 1/8, so we're just gonna keep this nice and straight. Make sure that my edge yep. Alright, finish it down. There we go. Our pockets, belly band pockets. Okay, love it. Yep, so we have space. We have space. Alright, why do we make space for belly band? We are not done yet. Nope, we are not. Alright, next part. Okay, let's see. Do we have leftover pieces that we can use? We're gonna make. Yep, we have. We can use leftover pieces for this one. Just cut, and I do need actually another one. This is also large enough. Alright, I'm talking to myself, guys, a little bit. Cutting this the same size as your page is. Yep. Make a fold line. There we go. Okay, and I think you already know what the meaning is. Yep, we are going to place this here. I'm going to stay a minor millimeter away. It has to be fit, needs to be fit, guys, so this belly band does not need to interfere. You better can cut it down a millimeter shorter. There we go. Is this equal now? Look at that, marvelous. Alright, so check, check, check. Because if I did not put this straight, then there is some difference. Did I not put this straight? Oh. Did I? Yep, it's a minor difference. Just a minor. Okay, not good for me. But let me adjust that a little bit. Bad, 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 bad. Not good at all to show you guys. Yep, now it's nice. Just a minor millimeter. Alright, that is the idea, to make flippable. So we can stock more pictures behind this belly band, and you still can add little things on here, but this is actually the closure for the stuff we're gonna put in here. That's the idea. So shall we first put paper on here? I think that's a good idea. Let's decorate this. And now I am gonna use the full new set, the third set. Let's see what papers that we're gonna use. Okay guys, let's see what I made with these little guys. So I chose for a nice and plain one. So this pops up a little bit better. And in the back I chose for leftover pieces. Just because it saves you papers. Alright, so I am ready to put this on. Check, 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 completely to the bottom. There we go. That's one. Turn this over. top. Okay, guys, and now we can put a piece of paper on the bottom. And I chose for this hard one because I am going to use the hard one as well for the bottom to cover it up. So cut your paper, see if it fits. Never throw anything away. Check, check, check if it fits. Marvelous. Yes, okay, I'm going to smooth the edges. I'm going to put that on. And then actually the page is done. Then you only need to make a nice, well, put something at the bottom, of course, otherwise you don't have any bulk. I always like to put first the belly band in. And then put, well, doesn't necessarily with this one because we made a 1/8 opening. But normally it's easier when you just put first your paper in and then the glue. So I'm used to this, so just gonna keep doing what I'm used to. First put the paper in the belly band and then glue. Here we go. Alright. So now comes the part where I can show you or tell you what the meaning is of this extra page. Alright, so say that we are going to make a nice big booklet, for example. Put nice papers on, maybe even put an extra paper inside so you have a nice journal. So this would be your closure. So this is the first thing that you will see. And of course we have a pocket here which we are going to fill with tags or whatever. So the meaning is that you pull this out. When you open this up, you still have loads of place for extra pictures to put inside. For example, you have loads of pictures. Just put them inside. Does not need to store everything. Just put them inside and just close this down. And then you will have your closure back again. There you go. And then you have your little storage box beneath this. Is that an idea? I think it's an idea. I also add these little, this is a 1.5 by 1.5 quarter, and I just cut it in half, so you will have these triangles. And if you think that this will fall out, if you are not having that much inside beneath this, then you still can just use this as a tuck spot. See, it will hold it down. So, okay. Even with this part right here, it holds it down perfect. Ah, I love it. Alright, so yeah, this page is actually done. But if you want to add a nice booklet or journal page on here, then that is possible, of course. Alright, guys, what do you think about this page? Yeah, it's still usable. It's still fun. It's still not that thick. So yeah, I think it's a perfect back page for this thick one. Alright guys. Let's make it think a nice booklet or so. Cool. Yeah, guys. And then this page is done. And I'm gonna show you a little bit. So we have our top pocket, which I added 3 little things inside. You need to take this out. Then we have a nice notebook, which you can write something inside, front and back decorated. Then you can flip this open, and then you can have all your extra photos or letters or bills or whatever you want to put in here. You still can add those in here. Yay! And then this closes down with this notebook. On top we have the toppers, the stoppers below, and then we have these little tags inside, so no one knows there is something underneath, but we do. Alright, see you next time. Bye bye.